That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Permanent fixture to my right, my man Mark Foster. What's going on, yo?
Just enjoying that warm summer day out there.
Summer day. See how y'all is? Get a little bit of heat. Calling it summertime, man. I'm still walking around with my long johns on.
I'm not enjoying it too much because they say next week it's going to be back to the cold.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think it's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow.
I think so.
Yeah. Crazy weekend in sports, yo. Oh, every day. Crazy weekend in sports, yo. Action-packed weekend. I mean, we were at it, Friday, Sunday. We bounced around town a little bit. You know, we were out in Towson on Friday for the big Mercy I&D game. We had the Super Bowl go down. Was it a Super Bowl, though? You know what I mean? I mean, we'll talk more about that.
That was a meh bowl. Meh.
Yeah, we'll call it the minor bowl. And moves are attempting to be made in basketball. We got to talk about this whole Lakers and Anthony Davis thing, man. People are trying to make moves out here, and it's been absolutely crazy.
It's been something. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of developments over the last 24 hours.
Towards the end of the week, we were just like, this stuff is going crazy. And then just like you said, the last 24 hours, it's like, wow.
Yeah. So let's kick this thing off, yo. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the Big Mercy I&D game. The game went down in Baltimore. It was the 53rd meeting between the two high schools in Baltimore, Mercy High School and the Institute of Notre Dame. This went down at Towson University's SCCU Arena, and it was a lot of fun. Most people that know me, I am a alum of Mercy High School, and I hate to report it. It hurts me to say. Mercy took a beat down on Friday. They took a serious beat down to the tune of 69-27.
Was that the final?
That was the final. Yikes. But the one thing I do want to shout out is Coach Rob. And the the AD Freddie and the entire team and squad over at I&D. I mean, they had a well-oiled machine going on Friday night. I mean, it was a high school basketball game, but it was definitely levels to that shit going on out there. You know what I mean? And this will be their 6th consecutive win in the series. So, they're holding on to the bragging rights.
I think overall too, it was just it was cool to view because of course I'm an outsider.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how did you feel about your first experience with the big game?
I think the as much as a rivalry it is, that camaraderie that they share, it was pretty cool to see. Even like in a beatdown, like it was still sportsmanship was there. It wasn't like, you know, you're our rivals, we're just beating your ass. At the end of the game, they shook hands. It was all good.
And as we said, if you guys did missed last Monday's show, Mariella Marion, it's her first big game back since she's returned to coaching at Mercy High School, and you know, they have a nice little road ahead of them. You know, lots of improvements that I know Mariella's going to make. To me, the biggest thing between the two teams was just the size difference.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, IND's squad, it looked like they were just towering over Mercy at every position, yo.
Mercy had that one girl, number 30. Like,
yeah.
She was like as tall as everyone on IND, but like she was the only one.
Right. So I mean, it was a bit of an uphill battle. I mean, I think IND scored the first like 11, 12 points or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think like at the end of the first quarter, it was like what, like 21-5 or something like that. Oh man, it was rough. But just a couple quick shout outs. You know, I guess we can just shout out one player a piece, and of course we're going to choose the MVPs of the night. Nia Russell, who led IND with 21 points. 11 came in the second half. And Chanel Henson, little number 25, who also topped Mercy's scores with 9 points and was also the team's MVP. So yeah, just exciting game. Is, you know, the tradition is just so much fun. If you're, you know, if you've ever attended a game, or you know, if you've gone to a private school or anywhere in the area, I mean, just in Baltimore, you know about this game. You know how electric the atmosphere is. I mean, you know, just see, like I said, 2 cheerleading squads, you know, sounding off, awesome, and the pep squads, and just, you know, just all the festivities to just come to a head at the big game, man. It was really a good time.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, I mean, it was just that camaraderie, that sportsmanship that they shared. One of the pictures that we put up on the page was the 2 ADs, Nick Gill and Freddie. What's your last name?
Freddie Newman.
You know, they were just standing there chatting. Good time.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, and you guys, as Mark just said, we posted a lot of pictures, and I think I have a few more pictures to post as well. So, you know, if you didn't get a chance to check out the game, if you didn't see or hear anything about the game, you could definitely see some pictures on the show page, Just a Bit Outside radio show. And once again, I have to thank Freddie Newman as well as Nick Gill in both schools for having us there and allowing us to experience that then, like basically like on the sidelines. You know, it was a lot of fun. And big shout out to the staff at SECU Arena too. They're always nice.
It's kind of cool, like seeing how multi-purpose that arena is. Like we were there for soccer, then we were there for basketball.
Right.
It's a great facility.
Right, and the different setups.
Yeah.
Too, also, man, you know, yeah.
Yeah, Tigers Court.
Right. Do we have a? Do we have hometown hero for the week?
Yeah,
I think we did say something about that.
I got a couple of them actually.
Let's do it, man.
So first up, we were talking about Towson. We were out there at Towson University.
Yeah.
There's a Towson alum who has gotten some like international acclaim. I can't remember her last name. Kescia Catanzaro. She was on American Ninja Warrior.
Okay.
I reported last year or so that she went to WWE. She signed a developmental deal. And not yesterday, but last Sunday, she debuted at the Royal Rumble. She was in the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Really?
And for how short she is, she did amazingly well. She had some really cool spots. That, yeah.
How tall is she?
I don't even know. She's 5 foot.
Really?
She's tiny. Yeah.
Nice.
So she represented the 410 really good out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Shout out. Big shout outs, big ups.
I gotta find some clips and put them up on the page because they were pretty crazy, the stuff that she did.
Yeah.
And then our friends over at the Baltimore Blast on February 24th at the halftime of their game against Utica at CQ. That were
January 24th?
No, coming up on February 24th.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be honoring 2 hometown players, products, Giuliano Salenza and PJ Wakefield, who were instrumental in the 5 championships that they had from the mid to late 2000s, inducted into the Blast Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know how much we love our Baltimore Blast players, man. Yeah. I mean, guys are awesome.
Back in.
Hey, Brandon Walter, what's going on? He says, worst Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you. We'll get to that very soon. Is there anything else for the hometown hero?
No.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, we might as well just, jump right on into this thing. You guys, Super Bowl 53 went down in the ATL at the Mercedes-Benz, what do you call that? Stadium? Yeah. Down at the Mercedes-Benz facility.
Which, how fat is Mercedes-Benz to have 2 NFL stadiums?
I know. I think that's crazy. And you know what? Like, man, that thing was nice.
Yeah.
Especially from the outside, man. I mean, sitting right down in the heart of the ATL, man. And it was really nice. And I believe, it was a little chilly out there, and I believe it was like a little windy. And before the game started, it was decided that they weren't going to have the retractable roof open for the game, and ATL was like, you must be out of your damn mind. You know what I mean? You better find some way to, open this thing up and show that we have this, this awesome, fucking stadium and everything. So what they did was, I think it was like a flyover or something like that. They opened it up for the flyover, and then they closed that shit back up again, man. But I thought that was kind of funny when they was like, hold up, dog, hold up. You are not going to slight us on this, you know what I mean? And rightfully so. I mean, that place is just amazing. I would love to, to check that joint out. I mean, if you went down there when the Ravens played the Falcons, man, that was special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm jealous, because I definitely want to check that thing out.
Because your brother went to that stadium, right?
Yeah, my brother did. He said it was off the chain. He said it was off the chain. Yeah.
How crazy is technology, too, that retractable stadium, they said it takes 8 minutes to open and close?
Yes.
Like, I remember when retractable roofs first came in the league, it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I go up to the U.S. Open up in Queens every year, and, they have the same. And I believe it takes that stadium up Arthur Ashe, and Aunt Dolly, if you're watching, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that takes 25 minutes.
Really?
And, that was pretty new also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, the 8 minutes, that's pretty fantastic, man. That's pretty fantastic. We got some more comments?
No.
Somebody said, hey, Mark's mom's watching. What's up, Miss Marsha? But, so Rams, Patriots, we got the classic greats against an offensive great of the regular and postseason, kind of. And, there was a lot of expectations for this game. A lot of expectations, a lot of predictions on the scores. I mean, we gave our own predictions. I think we were all north of 40 points.
Yeah, I said 28-24.
Yeah, and I think I even went higher than that, for real. Like, or no, I think I maybe went a little bit lower. I think I said 27-17. Something like that. Yeah. But still, all north of 40 points. And it was crazy that the way that the game turned out. Really, I mean, a lot of people are saying, worst Super Bowl ever. I believe there was a point in time where I even texted you that last night at some point, like, this is the worst fucking game. I think I even fell asleep on a good part of it. I mean, it just, it's just like when you think of Super Bowl, like, you want to see the big plays. You want to see some offense. I mean, this game featured zero offense. Well, no, I'm gonna say 1. Now, I'm not going to say 0. I'm going to say 1. And that was Julian Edelman.
Yeah. And before the show, I told you, like, if Edelman hadn't shown up in that game, it would have been like 6-3 final. Like, it would have been a terrible game, even more so than what it was.
Where'd you watch the game?
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chilled out.
Chilled out, got some food. I was up at my folks' house, and we kind of had a full house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it was disappointing on all ends because, you know, part of watching the Super Bowl is, you know, shooting the shit, talking about shit.
I actually missed part of the first quarter because I was bringing my son back to his mom's house. So I was like listening in the car. So I heard the anthem, which like Gladys Knight, dude, she just rocked it.
We're going to talk more about that.
Yeah. And then it's like I'm listening and like the Patriots start the game and then the Rams get that interception. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be a good game.
Right.
I get home and I'm like,
what the fuck? Right. You must have been you must have been the bad luck, man, because, you know, it was just what I like to say, masterpiece of minimalism.
That's a good phrase.
Yeah.
But Harry's on the feed.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, Harry? And I think we're all in agreement, man. Super Bowl was hot garbage. But we're going to take a quick break, you guys. When we come back, we're going to talk about that opening ceremony, man. ATL did the damn thing with that. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
Just broke up,
and go past the first 3 lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. You're checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, TuneIn, Radio Loyalty, Periscope. Bring us up throughout the week on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere podcasts can be found with Be Exposed Radio. We're talking about the Super Bowl. Let me get my pillow and blanket and my warm jammies because it's bedtime story. Bedtime story time.
I was wondering where you was going with that one. I'm serious.
If nothing can put you to sleep like that Super Bowl, then you have serious sleep issues.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, let's talk about one of the more exciting. This might have been the most fucking exciting part of the whole Super Bowl, for real, for real. I got to give a big shout out to the ATL. I mean, they made their presence known during these opening ceremonies of the Super Bowl, man. I mean, you know, we all love the ATL. You know what I'm saying? We all love the strip clubs and the music and but you know, there's a lot of heritage, there's a lot of culture down there, man, and a lot of history, a lot of black history, and you know, they put it on display last night. The first thing that I kind of want to talk about was, man, I mean, they had the Gladys Knight come out and sing the national anthem for the Super Bowl, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, Miss Midnight Train to Georgia herself, man. And I gotta tell you, I mean, it was awesome. You know what I mean? When I first saw it out there, I was like, oh boy, you know, like, everybody buckle up because we about to go to church for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And and it's so funny because there's been a lot of speculation that Gladys Knight is on that Masked Singer show. Really? Yes, as the Bee, right? And you know, there's been a lot of swirlings going on around about that. Like everybody's saying, like, you know, that singer's Gladys Knight and whatnot. I actually think it's somebody else. I think it's Jennifer Lewis, but you know, there's been a lot of speculation around that. So to have that like going on too, you know, gave a little more buzz, pun intended. You know, because she's.
And I got the bad dad jokes.
Oh man, you know I gotta do at least one a show for real. But I mean, she came out looking radiant, man. She had this white outfit on. I mean, she was fantastic. I mean, very like animated. I mean, you could tell she was out there putting her all. You know what I'm saying? All 74 years of that joint was on the stage, man, and it was nice, man. It was one of the nicer anthems that I've heard in a very long time.
Like I said, I was driving and like it still like shook me like goosebumps while driving. It was just such an amazing performance, and that's where the amazing performances stopped.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, she's the native of Atlanta, so you know everybody really appreciated that. I mean, that was a very nice, pleasant surprise, and you know, they doubled up on the pleasant surprises, and this is another pun intended, man. So there was another singing, they did America the Beautiful at the opening ceremonies, and This was sung, and another, so like I'm saying, they doubled up on the pleasant surprises. This was actually sung by a set of twins, girls named Chloe and I believe her name's Haley, and they are actually on the show. I believe it's on ABC, Grownish, the spinoff of Blackish.
Yeah, it's like Freeform.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're twins, but they're sisters. I think actually no, yeah, they're sisters because one's a little bit older than the other. I think they're like 18 and 19 or like that, but they look like fucking twins. I think they might play twins on the show or something like that. But man, you know, they went out there and they are also from Atlanta. You know what I mean? And I had no idea these two little girls could well, I mean, these two young ladies could sing, man, because you know, they're on the, I've watched the show Grownish a couple of times, and you know, they're pretty funny and everything like that. But I mean, these girls came out and did a rendition that, I mean, yo, it was just fantastic. You know, really phenomenal, man. And you know, 2 minutes. Okay. And I mean, there's, you know, of course, there's always controversy swirling around, you know, Super Bowl. And this one was, I felt like there was a little more controversy than normal because there was a lot of things, you know, going on about getting, you know, the halftime acts for the Super Bowl. A lot of people turned it down, a whole lot of, you know, are you watching, are you not watching, you know, the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. But, you know, the opening ceremonies I felt like it kind of alleviated a little bit of that stress. And it was just a really nice opening ceremony, a really nice display of Atlanta's history, Atlanta's talent, and, you know, like, you know, right in the beginning of Black History Month. So, you know, I was all about the all-black talent going down.
Man, on that tip, you know, Black History Month in Atlanta, they had Martin Luther King's daughter do the coin toss.
Yes. That was the next thing I was going to talk about, man. And you know, we all know how important and meaningful that is as well. So you know, you could definitely tell that the NFL was trying to the best of their ability.
Much to their chagrin.
Right, send a message and I guess, you know, try to say, hey man, we trying to be down or whatever the hell they were trying to do. I don't know, but they you know, they tried it, and I will say, you know, I did enjoy the opening ceremonies. I really did.
Yeah, that's cool.
I really did. All right, so you guys, when we come back, we're going to try to talk about the fucking game itself. I mean, you know, there's a few things, I guess, that can be said about last night's game. But we're going to get into that. And, you know, of course, we'll take your questions and your comments. So don't forget to jump on that feed. We're going to take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, like I said, we'll get right into it. Just a bit outside. Don't go anywhere.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Child, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism over Perry's show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on have and have-nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to pick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us each and every Monday. While you're watching us, tap, touch, double click, whatever you got to do, wherever you're watching us, on that share button. Tell your friends, tell your enemies.
Share the link, share the love.
Share the link, share the love. And of course, we enjoy when you guys participate and talk in the comments section, except for you, Jay.
What up, Jay?
Jay, so Jay brings up that people are saying the game was boring, but it calls it a defensive game. I've heard that. I love defensive football. One of the best playoff games I've ever seen was a 3-0 game, like 15 years ago. I forget who was in it, but I remember thinking that was a defensive game, and it was good defense. Last night was hot trash.
Yeah, okay, I'm about to say, wait a minute, man. Come on, this game, I mean... What... I will say watching this game with 2 homers was horrifying for me. Jay, I mean, honestly, so you enjoyed the game, though? Tell me one good thing about the game, man, please. Honestly, I'm very interested to hear. We also got a normal... Right, not, because I already used that one. But we got a couple of our usual suspects watching. What up, Jana? What up, Harry? Harry said, nah, Ravens versus Giants was a great defensive game on the Ravens' part. That game was just horrible. I completely agree with you. You know, the thing that was just most surprising to me was the lack of offense by the Rams. You know what I mean? That is the part, ultimately, that stunk up the whole entire game.
Well, even the Patriots had a limited offensive game.
They did, but what were we geared up to see? What Gurley and C.J. Anderson were going to do.
The #1 offensive production team in the NFL all season.
And I don't give a damn what anybody says. The New England Patriots did not have a good defense prior to this game. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't even a factor when we were talking about this shit before the game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the lack of offense with the LA Rams, and you know, I also have to take into account, because you know, I have to pat you on your back because you picked the Patriots. Jane and I picked the Rams out of our distaste for New England, and we paid for it dearly.
I think I'm going to hell because I picked the Patriots and the Sox.
You're definitely going to hell. With gasoline drawers on. Derek Kayette, what up, boy? I got the 504 buddy down there. You know, there was a meme that I saw on game day. I gotta get my little shot in on the Saints and shit. You know what I'm saying? And what did it say? It said, Super Bowl Sunday's weather report in Atlanta: 43 degrees, partly cloudy, no breeze.
I love that one. I loved
it. Hold that. But anyway, yeah. I kind of figured this was Jared Goff's first Super Bowl appearance.
Yes.
And he's, what is this, like his third or fourth year? Third year in the NFL. You know, I kind of figured, what I thought would happen was he would have a rocky start to the game. You know what I mean? A lot of times with these young players, especially when you get into the postseason, the first quarter looks a little crazy, and you're like, oh, Lord, you know, what the hell's going on with this kid? But then, you know, we're able to settle them in. Not we, because I ain't out there, but you know what I mean. Like, we're able to settle those guys in and you know, execute your offensive game plan. That did not happen on Sunday at all. I mean, Goff looked terrible.
Well, I think the Patriots shook them. Like, and Romo and Nance talked about it. Belichick and Flores put up a defensive game plan where that defensive pass rush, there'd be like 7 guys that looked like they could come in, but then they'd really just rush 4. But since they gave Goff that look of 7, like I think it really threw him off his game. He was making some bad passes and just kind of those couple times that he just got sacked for like 10 yards. It was ridiculous. He was so bad.
Yeah.
Not like terrible, just so off his game.
How about that usage of Gurley? Did you expect to see a little bit more?
Oh God, yeah.
A little more Gurley, and you know, like I believe he was asked, you know, after the game, you know, when one of the post-game interviews about his usage, and you know, he said he was fine with the amount of usage, and you know, I can respect that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, he just took a hellified L, and you know, you don't want to rock. I'm not necessarily saying that you want to rock the boat further, but you really don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure he wasn't feeling his best at the moment.
Yeah.
But you know, that was another kind of surprising aspect to the Rams' offensive game plan that I just really wasn't expecting. I was expecting a heavy dosage of Gurley from the jump. I mean, to me, what I would have done the whole entire first half, honestly.
And there's been talk like he re-aggravated a knee injury late in the season. But look at that Cowboys game. Was it Cowboys?
Yeah.
That both he and C.J. Anderson had over 100 yards rushing on. That was ridiculous. And it didn't seem like anything major happened after that, but they just haven't been using him right. Right. I mean, you know, Todd Gurley got, what, 10 carries? Something like that.
Yes, he did. 10 carries, and he was targeted one time on a reception, on a passing play. Out of, how many plays? I don't know. Probably damn near 70.
Did they end up with that much? Because I remember
70. I'm going to say probably. No, not even that. No, actually.
Because their first 7 drives were like 3 plays, 3 plays, 5 plays, 3 plays. Like
no, more like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean I think they had a total of 18 rushes, 38 passes, so 40. Yeah, like 56, 60. You know, you were used 1/6 of the time, basically.
Yeah.
You know. The guy that pretty much scored you all your points and got you through the whole entire, you completely abandoned your identity, which is just baffling to me, and just a big head scratcher for Sean McVay in the LA Rams.
Jay says he should have just said, "Give me the damn ball," which maybe
you know. And he's a young guy too. I mean, he's in his third season as well.
Something
Him
like
and Goff came in at the same time, didn't they?
Yeah,
I believe so. You know, and like I said, I mean, he really didn't have that. He didn't really have a fired up type of attitude, you know, at the postseason. So, you know, I mean, I'm just chalking this up as a learning experience for a very young team.
Yeah.
Very young coach as well. You know, even though, you know, I just can't stop saying it. Really surprised because Wade, you had Wade on that sideline with you. What the fuck, Wade Phillips? I mean, seriously though, like, I mean, he's been there. He knows.
He's been around like at least 100 years. The NFL has.
Right. Like, I mean, it's just really crazy. And then, you know, and this also speaks to how horrible this game was, because we're not even. I mean, we are focusing so much on what the Rams did not do and what we could, and not necessarily on the win. I mean, I pretty much got what I expected out of the Patriots, I felt like. I wasn't expecting Julian Edelman
Yeah.
to perform as well, but you know that was also another head scratcher on the defensive end of the Rams, who were pretty good defensively during the season as well. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know, man. Maybe they went to Magic City last night or something and was making it, the night before, and was making it rain, had too many drinks. I don't know. It felt like, it was just a team that we had not seen the entire season. I don't even think they had a game that bad all season.
And there's really no play that pops out at you, no big play.
Hell no.
Edelman had the 27-yarder, and then there's a 65-yard record-breaking punt for a Super Bowl longest punt. Those are the two memorable plays for me, and that's just ridiculous for a championship game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when it was 3-0 at the halftime, I think I was just like, what in the hell is going on? And Jay, I'm still waiting on what was so great about this game.
Oh, he said something.
What do you say?
Let's see.
Harry says, I think Sean McVay was trying to imitate Morningwig versus the Chargers. Oh, man, shots fired, yo. Shots fired.
Well, they said that the Patriots had imitated the Ravens. Belichick had actually said that. They looked at how the Ravens handled the Chargers, and there was some success there.
Jay, it's funny as shit. Well, hey, Jay.
He looks sober?
We're going to get to that in a minute. I commented about that last night.
And he went in on the French kiss with Tom Brady. So.
Oh, my God. We'll talk about that, too. But let's take a minute to, I guess we have to talk about Tom Brady. We got to talk about the Patriots. First and foremost, the big thing. Oh, wait a minute. Can we give the results of the People's Poll?
The People's Poll.
What was the, let's back that up really quickly. What was the People's Poll results?
Well, the People's Poll was, there'd been rumor and talk and innuendo that, and I don't think it ever came from any official source or anyone. Right. I think fans just started talking about it. It just blew up that Tom Brady would retire after the Super Bowl if he had won. So we put the question out there, if the Patriot, or actually just after the Super Bowl,
right?
Does Tom Brady retire? Does Tom Brady keep on playing? And I believe the final result was 58% saying Tom Brady keeps on playing.
Really? People got it right. People got it right.
Yeah.
And I believe we also put another People's Poll question up for the actual result of the game. Maybe we should have started off with that. The actual result of the Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots. And I believe...
Gina says that she wishes Tom Brady retired. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, no, I'm there with you too. But unfortunately, Tom Brady said he's going to play until he's 45. I really don't understand that. But
well, he also said he'll play until he can't be effective to help his team get further and keep on going in the playoffs.
Right.
If it happens next year, cool.
Yeah. So the results for, man, that shit was crazy. 51% Rams, 49% Patriots. People got it wrong. 50-50 split. Damn near. But yeah. So I mean, nobody got it wrong. The NFL got it wrong putting those two teams together. But yeah. So those were results for that. He said, why would he stop? He's still effective. Is he really though? You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you who's effective. Tom Brady's offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you had Dominican Sue out there, you had Aaron Donald out there. People who have been devouring, quarterbacks the whole entire season and their whole entire careers. And, this, I don't know how many snaps he's taken without being sacked or something like that. But, Tom Brady owes his offensive line his life. He owes this Super Bowl to the offensive line. Did they get to him? Maybe once?
They got to him a little bit.
They gave him once or twice, though?
Yeah. But he just didn't look like Super Bowl Tom last night.
No, I wasn't impressed with his performance at all. Like I said, masterpiece of minimalism. I honestly think that if any other team had been present, they would not have won that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I just got to... He's still effective, is he not? I think Gronk is done.
Yeah.
And I think that is, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the results of that. You know what I mean? With Julian Edelman being 90% of the Patriots' offense. You know, when, I mean, Gronk did make a couple of plays, you know, and the one thing he's got going for him is his size. But he looked a little slow last night to me, you know. Trent Brown is a 380-pound beast. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, that O-line really, you know, really afforded Tom Brady a lot of time to do what they normally do. Check down city. You know what I'm saying? They, like you said, there were no spectacular plays out there. There was no one play where you could be like, you know, that 30-yard, you know, bomb, or that, you know, that run, you know, we just didn't have that. You know what I mean? And to me, it was just very, you know, very typical kind of Patriots kind of game. I mean, you know, over the past couple of seasons, they've been pretty dry.
Yeah. And then the fourth quarter, you know, they kind of control a little bit more.
Oh, of course. I mean, why not? What you can do is, you know, eat clock up.
Yeah.
I mean, because clearly the Rams didn't want to score, so they're just like, you know, let's just take it easy out here.
I threw it up on Facebook after that last missed field goal by the Rams with, like, 8 seconds left. I was like, that field goal just, like, is a metaphor for the game in general. It was just horrible, dude. They finally looked like they're putting some offense together, rush down, stop the clock, and just wide left.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think, you know, they already put the favorites out for next year's Super Bowl, and I believe it's the Chiefs that they're saying everybody's just like favoring right now for next year.
I think I saw Patriots and Rams tied for 1. Chiefs like number 3 because since there's 2 ties for 1. Yeah. Ravens were in there like 5 or so. Really? Tied for 5, tied for 8.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. On the Gronk tip, like, you know what the hot rumor is if he retires, right?
What's that?
WWE.
He would be perfect for that.
He's gotten physical with them before.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, I think 2 years ago. One of his best friends, Mojo Rawley, is a wrestler there, and he's a huge fan. And he's such a big name. I could see Vince McMahon being like, yeah, let's bring him in.
Yeah. He'd be perfect for that. I mean, he's a perfect showman. He's a complete caveman, you know. And he would fit right in with the rest of them. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love he's a fucking maniac. You know, like, I'm not really a big Patriots fan, but I do enjoy the entertainment value of Rob Gronkowski. You know, so, hey, man, get you some money. Stop getting your head banged in. Call it quits. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. We have to do it, so don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the how
much you're winning or losing your games by.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Like we always say, you're checking us out on Facebook, YouTube. You can always bring up older shows on the Facebook feed, on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. But we really enjoy when you're here with us live like you are now, even you, Jay.
Mark, stay throwing them shots, man. Low blows.
We've always taken shots at each other.
Yeah. That's why I love you guys. All right, you guys, we'll continue our Super Bowl talk. Let's move on to the halftime show. I've heard, I guess, some kind of mixed reviews. Did you watch the halftime? You know what? No. Let's back this shit up, because we had a people's poll question.
We did
for the halftime show, because part of the tradition of the Super Bowl. It's a 2-parter. It's just the halftime show. It's the commercials. We always look forward to, a group of stars getting together and seeing what type of, performance they can put together for us. We're always looking forward to the commercials and having good laughs and seeing what crazy shit they can come up with, now. And so, with all of the, I guess, the controversy, like I said earlier, the Super Bowl had a tough time getting artists to sign on. I know that 2 artists that I definitely know of that was asked and they turned down, Jay-Z, I believe Cardi B as well. There's still the Colin Kaepernick issue hanging in the air. I mean, a lot of people still feel very strongly about that. More power to them on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you gotta respect somebody that stands up for a cause and something that they believe in.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking to myself, they finally announced they made the announcements that Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy, which I thought was, pretty decent matchup.
And again, the ATL representing.
Right. You know what I mean? And, I was thinking to myself, well, what am I more excited to watch this game? Would it be the commercials? Or was it the halftime show? So we posed this question out for our outsiders. And let's see, the results were people were more excited for the commercials. It was 87% to 13%. I mean, I don't know, maybe that Maroon 5 has kind of lost its buzz or something over the last couple of years.
The commercials are like an event unto themselves, though. True
that. Did you Commercials suck too. Yeah. That's Jay. Did you get a chance to check out the halftime show?
I had a double screen experience going.
Right. That's right. I forgot.
On the main TV, I had the Super Bowl halftime show, and then on my tablet, I had WWE's halftime heat going. Which halftime heat, like,
I'm pretty sure that shit was probably better than the halftime show.
They did the damn thing, yeah.
Oh, man.
6-man action there in the Performance Center live, yeah.
Well, let's save halftime heat for the next segment, man. But so, what did you think about the Super Bowl? What did you think about Maroon 5?
They started off really shaky. That's when I turned the volume down, just kind of like looked up every now and then, turned it up when it seemed kind of interesting, and it was so vanilla, I think.
Yeah.
Forgettable. It's a forgettable performance.
You know, it was forgettable performance, absolutely. You know, the only thing I can really say about it is that I was able to sing along to the song. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess that was kind of enjoyable for me because I hate when people perform and I don't know the songs and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? But Travis Scott was okay. I don't know. Big Boy came out, did the damn thing, and left, collected his check. Yo, he's the real MVP. Yo, so this Adam Levine? Adam Levine? How do you say it? Levine. So during the performance, dude took his shirt off, right? Now, I don't know. I guess I wasn't even thinking nothing about it. Probably because I don't be looking at motherfuckers like that. I don't know. But I didn't think anything about it. But dude took his shirt off, and for some reason, all holy hell broke loose on the internet. And
I know, right?
Yo, can I just say something? Can we just have...
Hold. Andres says he should feel bad for showing his booty crack.
Andre, you are absolutely right, my nigga. My dude, crack is whack. Crack is whack, yo.
That must have been a moment I was looking at the tablet, because I don't remember that.
I don't remember that part either, because I would have fell the hell out. But I did remember him the second he took his shirt off, though, I probably zoned the hell out for real. But this is what I want to say. Can we spend one Super Bowl without talking about Janet Jackson's titties?
I don't think so. I think it's forever going to be associated.
Right. I mean, the second that this dude showed his nipple, I mean, it was just everybody like, oh, how does he get to show his titties? And Janet Jackson can't show her titties. I'm like, what's going on the internet, man? What's wrong? What's going on with people, man? Did you have those type of? I don't know. Outside, somebody like everything sucked. Fred said everything sucked. Worst Super Bowl ever. So, Fred, I'm taking it that you didn't enjoy Adam's titties on the screen.
Andre didn't enjoy the booty crack.
Right. I mean, we are crying titties, but everybody, I guess, so everybody's pretty much over Adam and Maroon 5 at this point.
Andre says if Janet could be bad for titties, then Adam should be bad for booty crack. Crack is whack.
Crack is definitely whack, yo. Crack is definitely whack. And, I
actually never saw Janet Jackson's titty.
Oh, man, I'm going to pull that up offline. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now. We're going to commercial. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back just a bit outside. We can pull that up on there. We actually pulled it up.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. We've been talking about that hell of a game, the Super Bowl, the Mad Bowl, the Super Bowl. But you know, just like we did just now, we had to pay some bills. The Super Bowl had to pay some bills, so they had some commercials all night long.
Yeah. So that's the second half of the twofer that we were talking about. You know, we got the halftime performance, and then everybody always looks forward to the Super Bowl commercials. You know, that's a time when we all get together and get to laugh collectively, at everything. The issues kind of go to the wayside for the most part. For
the most part.
Yeah,
some commercials try to be woke.
Right, that's what I'm saying. For the most part, like the political divide, the racial divide kind of goes to the wayside, and we all get to laugh at at things together. And I don't... I'm sorry. Okay, so you want to read Fred's comment? Are you laughing at Fred's comment?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just do this really quickly. Oh, Fred.
Everything's better with beer.
Go. You want to read it?
I like Janet's titties much better. Who wants to see tattooed boy tits? Sure wish there was a way to put beer in those bad boys of Janet's. Maybe with that poetic justice look of hers.
Oh, man. Back to the commercials. Thanks, Fred. Thanks a lot, bro. Back to the commercials, though. I think in Super Bowl 53 fashion, kind of missed the mark too, really.
Yeah.
I think that the funniest one, the one that I most enjoyed, was the one with all the football players, the former NFL players. That was great.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, man.
That was, as the kids say, lit.
Yeah, that dome was litty AF. I mean, God, you had. What were some of the players?
Dude, everyone. Jerry Rice.
Right.
Montana.
Joe Montana was in there. What's that?
I know it's getting static.
Was Dion on that jump?
Maybe, I don't know.
There was like a plethora of players that they were just doing this whole football thing, man. It was for the NFL. What was that? 100. What was that about?
It's their 100th anniversary.
Okay. All right. I did not know that. Yeah. Well, that was pretty awesome. That was awesome. I think that was my favorite commercial. Do we have any other commercials that kind of stuck out for you?
Let's see. Like kind of the one of the woke ones, or the ones trying to be like socially conscious, was Toyota's ad.
Yes, I had that one down. I was just trying to pull up my note on that.
Tony Harris.
Yes.
Tony Harris, the first female to get a scholarship in football. She plays at East Los Angeles College. She's a sophomore. But I have to wonder, my own thinking here, did she get paid for that, and does that affect her eligibility with the NCAA?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure. Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they found a way around that.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah, but what a fantastic commercial. You know what I mean? Because I had just recently heard about this young lady, and to see her get her few minute and a half of fame during the Super Bowl, man, and also, like I said, they seemed like they were really trying to put some messages out there, about equality and with football, and there's always this domestic violence thing that hangs over the whole football thing, man, and just to have that type of commercial where it's inclusive of women and also showing women in a positive light and kind of on the same scale as them, because I mean the girl's playing and she's getting a scholarship for that, so was really nice.
Yeah,
really nice. I love my Cardi B.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the Cardi B Steve Carell commercial?
Yes.
When he tried to do the I can't even do it. I can't do it either. But oh man, I thought that one was a lot of fun, and I also enjoyed the Chance the Rapper and Backstreet Boys commercial.
I missed that because it was early in the
Oh yeah, Doritos always tries to come with the heat, man. That joint was kind of cool too, for real. Yeah, they did a little, he did his little rapping thing, and then they had the Backstreet Boys come through and sing their little song and whatnot, and that was pretty cool. Another thing that I saw during, it wasn't really like a funny or fantastic commercial, but it was an advertisement that they are bringing the Twilight Zone back.
That was next on my list, because I've heard, I heard that Jordan Peele is like a passion project of his. He's a huge Twilight Zone fan of the original.
Clearly, he loved the damn horror films,
and he went after trying to get the rights to be able to do this thing. And when that commercial came up, I was like, oh damn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and if you're not familiar with Jordan Peele, he's the brain behind that movie, the awesome movie Get Out, and he also has another movie coming out called Us that looks like another. I mean, if Get Out was a mind fuck, okay.
And he said if Get Out scared you, like Us is like way worse.
I'm terrified of Us. I love Lupita, okay, and to see her in this role is seriously doing some damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to see that movie. You know what I mean? Because I thought that, Get Out was brilliant. You know what I mean? It's like the whole psyche of the whole entire thing. Everything that, really made you think. And, you could tell that he's a horror film junkie. He likes this stuff. You know what I mean? Because everything he's put out has been this. So to see that they're going to bring the Twilight Zone back with his flavor, man, I'm hyped for that. I'm all for it.
Now,
I'm all in.
It's on CBS All Access, which is their streaming service. Do you have?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think it's like $5.99 a month.
Really?
I signed up just for NFL football.
Right.
So
okay.
I could watch it anytime. I think I might keep it just for that. See how it goes.
Oh man, I'm about to check that out. Yeah, I'm going to see what's up with that. Definitely. Any other commercials that stood out for you?
I really liked it, but I think they overplayed it a little bit. Was the Amazon Alexa one with Harrison Ford where the dog barks?
Oh yeah.
That was cool. Mm-hmm. And then like by the fifth or sixth time they played it, I'm like, okay,
right.
I'm over it. Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talk that's saying that the commercials weren't really up to par this year. I think I'm going to have to agree with it. A lot of I have heard some things that it was too politically or too message driven. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily think that was it. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't agree with that. They just did not have the funny knee slappers that they normally have.
Was there any commercials that you just didn't like? Period. Like you're like, ugh.
I wasn't really too thrilled about the Bud Light commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Game of Thrones joint was pretty cool, but, other than that, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm kind of over that whole medieval thing that they're doing. Dilly Dilly. It was all right and everything, but I think I'm over that.
The one that I hated the most.
Which one was that?
The Michelob Ultra ASMR. You know what ASMR is, right?
No! And I made a note to look that up. So please, help me
It's
with
been
this.
huge on YouTube where like people create these videos where they just talk like this, or there's stuff going on that's like really, so you can focus on the noise that's going on. And it's supposed to be soothing and relaxing and stuff, and I get that. But now that it's like going into the commercial world, I'm like over it. Just let's move on to the next thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that can hands down be the worst commercial of the night. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. You know, I'm looking at this girl talking. It's a girl talking, right? Yeah. And I'm just like, ASMR. Is that some new sexual type? I didn't know what it was. I was like, man.
You're like, I know what BDSM is.
Right? I'm like, dude, I'm like, yo. I was like, I made a note to look that up. I totally forgot to. I'm glad you brought that up because I had no idea what the hell was going on with that, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. Yeah. So, you know.
Oh, Andres mentions. What about the Marvel movies?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're all hyped up for Captain Marvel, I think.
Yeah, and the Avengers one.
The Avengers one, of course. You know what I mean? They continue to drive that one home. Yeah. And you know, that's another good highlight of the commercials. But I mean, overall, I would probably give the commercials.
People were mad there wasn't a Star Wars Episode 9. I'm like, you know. I'm kind of over like all the big movies having a Super Bowl commercial now.
Yeah.
Like you go back to what was it, '95 when Independence Day did it, like that. There's like 3 commercials during the Super Bowl for movies, and they were all like big event stuff. Mm-hmm. Now like there's 20 of them.
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw, which I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully next year we'll get a little more creative, a little more original with it, and get back to making everybody laugh, man. Because I mean, the whole fucking thing was just really bad. You know, I mean, like we're really talking about the sum total, like besides the opening ceremony, that's kind of sad. You know what I mean? And oh, look at that pop up. It kind of takes away from the Super Bowl as a whole. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, this was the one thing that everybody said that they were really looking forward to, outside of the game, and they totally dropped the ball on that. So, I mean, I don't know. It's really...
The commercials sucked. The halftime show sucked. The game sucked. Was there one thing that could have been good?
I guess everything outside of that. You know what I mean?
Tony Romo. I was not a big fan of him his first season as a commentator, but he's grown on.
You think he's getting better?
I think he's getting better. Yeah, I think it's his ability to like look at the game and call the play like right before it happens.
No, that is interesting. He just always sounds like an incredible douche to me.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I just listen to him and I'm just like, shut the hell up.
But at least it's not Chris Collinsworth.
No, you're absolutely correct. Because you know what? Who hates that more than me? I can't stand Chris Collinsworth. But let's talk about that halftime. What was it? Halftime the Heat?
Halftime Heat, WWE.
Yeah. What was that all about?
Live from the Performance Center there in Orlando, Florida. They had a big 6-man match. Who was it? Adam Cole teaming up with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in a losing effort against Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream, he's a homegrown talent. He's from the DC area. He was in Maryland Championship Wrestling for a while. Got spotted by WWE, and he's doing the damn thing there. He's been amazing. But yeah, like the match went on for just about 20 minutes, so just about the whole halftime.
Yeah.
And this is a concept that WWE had 20 years ago. The last time they had a halftime heat was 1999.
Really?
Yeah. The first one I think was 90. Actually, was 98.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
The Rock versus Mankind in an empty arena match. And that was like on MTV, I think. And then they did it the next year, and then they just haven't.
I remember that.
Yeah, then they just haven't revisited. And that empty arena match, Tucson, Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They recorded it like right before they did Raw that night.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you? What was up with that Puppy Bowl?
Oh, they do the Puppy Bowl every year.
Really? I don't think I've ever watched that before.
It's been at least 20, 25 years.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
And what was this like?
One of those, the cable channels that I don't know if it's like Home and Garden or something like that, or Animal Planet.
I don't know nothing about it.
Probably Animal Planet. Like they just have cameras on live on puppies just playing all together. This year they had a kangaroo.
Are you kidding?
So I take my son to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch Sunday afternoon.
Sure.
And they actually had the puppy bowl up on one of the screens.
Really?
So like we see this baby kangaroo hopping around with the puppies.
I guess I'm going to look that up. I mean, I love dogs. You know I love dogs, so.
And one of my friends on her Facebook feed, they posted up a picture where the puppy bowl, like probably through some app or something like that, you can put like a sports card together where it's a picture of your dog overlaid with like stats of your dog.
Are you serious? Yeah. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, puppy bowl. I guess I'll have to look more into that because I saw a couple memes about this puppy bowl. I'm like, puppy bowl? I ain't never heard of no damn puppy bowl. I mean, I remember the Budweiser bowl thing with the little bottles, but not the puppies. There was a kitten bowl this year on a Hallmark. Lord have mercy. Where do y'all get these ideas, man? Okay.
Some people don't want to watch football.
Yeah, clearly. They just watch the puppies and the kittens. All right. Well, of course, that tugs at everybody's heartstrings. Baby animals. Anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have your booty huffs and who came through this weekend in the NFL and I guess, outside of the NFL as well. So don't go anywhere, just a bit outside.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Aside from football now having ended, we have the NBA going on, the NHL. NBA, we have, the Nuggets are at the Pistons tonight. Pistons owning it 68-55. Hawks at Wizards, that's at half, 61-57. Hawks are up by 4.
Don't lose that one.
Bucks are up on the Nets, 33-22. That's in the second, 9:02 left. Damn. The Pelicans lead the Pacers 11-zip.
Yeah, man, I can't express enough. The Pacers took a hellified hit losing Victor Oladipo.
Yeah.
For the season. I wouldn't put my money on them at all for the rest of the year if I was a degenerate gambler. But, yeah, so, now that we're, over NFL, I'm really excited to, focus on the NBA because, man, it's a lot going on this season, yo. And I was talking about it with Jimmy the other day. I am really excited for the second half of the season and the postseason.
Yeah. On
both conferences now. You know what I mean? Because there's some things that are going on. There's some emergencies. You know what I mean? There might actually be a little scrap for the top spot in the Eastern Conference, which makes for great basketball and great drama with the NBA, man. So, I'm very excited about the upcoming months, with the show and being able to talk about that. And we're gonna jump into the NBA a little bit in a few minutes, actually. But before we do that, I'd like to. We got to do our booty huffs and come-throughs. This is very tough for me for today's show, but
I think the booty huff is just the whole damn thing.
Me too. I was gonna say the same thing. This was seriously. I don't care what anybody says. It's the worst Super Bowl that had ever gone down. It was the lowest scoring Super Bowl, I believe.
Yep.
At 13-3.
There's just no rhythm either team could get into.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really no more that you can really say about that. Honestly, Super Bowl was booty huff. The come through. Who do you have coming through for the game? It doesn't have to be for the game. It can just be for the whole, extravaganza, the whole Sunday. Do you have a come through?
Touched on it earlier. The offensive or the defensive pass rush of the Patriots. It was a great scheme put together by Flores, making it look like they could rush 7, but really just doing 4, and they just threw Jared Goff off his game so much that he couldn't recover. It was a great. I'm not saying it's a great defensive game. It was a great defensive plan by the Patriots for a team that doesn't have a good defense. It almost feels bad to have a come through on that kind of game.
Yeah. I gotta say that my come through would have to be the Patriots also, and the only reason why I'm gonna say that they came through is that they were sitting at 5 Super Bowl wins as franchise, historically with the New England Patriots. With this win, this puts them up to 6, and puts them up with the likes of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and anything that hurts the Steelers is always helpful and a delight to me. So even if it is Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they came through. They came through for the organization. They came through for the city. They all got to celebrate and have a good time. So it is what it is. Whatever.
There's still some more football to come, right?
Barf.
The Alliance of American Football kicks off play Saturday.
Did they have a commercial for that during the Super Bowl?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'd be surprised if they did.
It was some type of football league commercial I thought I saw.
Really?
I don't know. I might have been dreaming. I might have made that
Maybe
up.
they did, and I like I said, I was driving for the first quarter.
Let's look that up in the next break.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of WTFs from the night. Mine don't even have anything to do with the game, though. You want to do your WTF?
No, I want to hear yours.
My first WTF of the whole weekend was, I believe on Saturday they had a concert, right? Yeah, it was like a concert or a festival of some sort, and Cardi B performed. Did you not see this?
No, I know they had the Honors Awards Saturday night.
Maybe it was before the Honors Awards, or maybe that's what it was. But Robert Kraft was in. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Robert Kraft was in rare form all weekend. Okay, so Cardi B performed at this festival. I believe it was on Saturday, and she's on the stage. She's doing her money moves thing, and she's really into performance, and she's going hardcore. Out of nowhere, Robert Kraft jumps on the stage. Okay,
I doubt that man jumped. We could hear our engineer laughing. That's how hard it was from the other room.
Robert Kraft gets on the stage with Cardi B, okay? And he starts doing his best Robert Kraft. I mean, he's like dancing and stuff like that. And I don't know if this was a dare or a bet or something like that. But, dog, you can see as Cardi B is rapping and performing, Robert Kraft slowly starts, like, inching his way over to her, and he's like trying to get his freak on or something like that. And Cardi B gave her a best impression of the stiff arm that she possibly could. But man, that shit was hilarious to me, yo, and a definite WTF of like the your face. You did not see any clips of that though. So yo, I gotta show you that offline as well. Do you have another? Do you have another WTF? Well, no. I got another one.
No, go ahead.
All right. Well, we can talk about this one. I think somebody mentioned this on the feed as well. Again, Robert Kraft. This was an NFL setup, Super Bowl, and everybody knows it. another Robert Kraft moment. Yo, after they won Super Bowl and he gave his speech, that dude was so wasted. I mean, we could barely, I could barely understand what he was saying, yo. And when he first started talking, I was like,
did he have a stroke? Nope. He's just
right. I was like, is something wrong with him? Like, yo, it was horrible. Horrible.
I just can't get over that French kiss with Tom Brady.
Oh gosh, that's the third WTF again. Robert Kraft, he's on a roll, yo. Like, what is the relationship that's going on there? I mean, even if you look at this dude as your father, like the kissing, the mouth kissing.
Which, I mean, people like took Tom Brady to task for kissing his son on the mouth earlier in the season. So maybe it's just a Tom Brady French kiss fest.
How the hell are you married to Gisele Bündchen? And you walking around kissing Robert? Like, yo, if I was Gisele, I'd have been like, yo, for real, you got to stop doing that shit. Okay? I had to lay it down.
Fred says, why do the Patriots suck tongue with each other so much? We're trying to figure that out.
That was just that was a very uncomfortable moment for me. Like, a very uncomfortable moment. Like, and I still don't understand it to this day why they like to do, like, that is not the first time they've done that.
I heard some people saying, like, it looked like Tom Brady wasn't really, like he thought he was going to go in for a hug, but, like, I don't know, their wires got crossed or their tongues got crossed or something.
Woo! On that note, we're going to take a quick break, man. When we come back, yo, we're going to talk about the NBA. I'm tired of talking about the NFL, man. There's a big trade that's trying to go down, and we're going to discuss that. A lot of NBA drama, so don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Digging that music each and every week, DJ Delight.
What up, Mike?
Oh, you always like say your little, my mic?
My mic sound nice.
Hit us up if you need a DJ. We'll gladly put you in touch with Mike, DJ Delight, and we appreciate everything he does for the show. Still working on that new music?
I think so. I'm going to have to hit him up. I'm going to see him this weekend, so I'll ask him.
Cool.
When I see him on Saturday, see what's up with that. You guys, we're going to switch gears. We're going to get off the gridiron and get on the hard court. Talk about the NBA. We are, we're like damn near halfway through, officially halfway through the season, because I believe the All-Star game is in like 2 weeks.
Something like that, yeah.
In Charlotte, North Carolina. So, trade deadline is going to be quickly approaching as well. So, when this starts to roll around, people get crazy, organizations get crazy, players get crazy. And, the NBA is always full of drama. And the biggest thing that's going on right now that I think is definitely worth talking about is this whole Anthony Davis and New Orleans Pelicans situation. Anthony Davis has been with the Pelicans, 6 years, 7 years, 5, 6 years?
2012.
Okay, yeah, there it is, 6, 7 years. And he's pretty much been, the face of the New Orleans Pelicans ever since he got there. The Pelicans have never really been a decent organization. When he came... What?
When he was first drafted by them, weren't they still owned by the NBA?
Yeah, I'm going to get into that because I want to talk about this whole Chris Paul trade and how, things are eerily similar in some aspects but okay, I'll get into that though. But, when the Pelicans drafted Anthony Davis in, you said 2012, there were a lot of high hopes for Anthony Davis as well as the organization. The Brow was a phenomenon, when he was in Kentucky, he did very well, of course, won a championship there with my dude, Calipari. And, they were really looking for him to bring this organization from the C tier to the B, possibly A tier. And they were looking to build a team around this guy. Very talented, has a, pretty decent skill set, well-rounded player, good basketball IQ, center that can pass the ball and shoot. That's always, a plus in the NBA. So, 5, 6, 7 years roll by, and the Pelicans have not been able to reap the benefits of having such a phenomenal basketball player. They've tried several times to, to bring players. I don't think they've ever really able to come with the correct combination of players. Because, I mean, you had DeMarcus Cousins. Mm-hmm. I believe you had Buddy Hield too, because he got shipped to Sacramento. Mm-hmm. They tried several combinations, and I also believe coaching could have been an issue in that as well, because they really didn't have the coaching personnel for them to excel and to develop a good team. So here we are in 2019, and Anthony Davis, in his own right, has said, dude, I've had enough. I want out. And I don't blame him. What do you think about that? Because, I mean, we always had this back and forth thing of, players, when players leave, should they leave? When's the right time to leave? Do we blame them for leaving? And, a lot of times, it's one of my biggest things with LeBron James. I jump all over that guy for his fight or flight, type of mentality, because most of the time it's flight. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular situation, Anthony Davis didn't make any promises. Anthony Davis doesn't owe anybody anything. And, Anthony Davis very well may not want to go through his NBA career not having had a ring. I mean, there are a lot of players out there that, are a lot of decent players. Carmelo Anthony, that are in the same position. If we want to go old school, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, we always look at these players, these decent players that go through their whole NBA career, and not having won a championship, and you can't blame it. You can't blame a player for wanting that. I mean, there's a difference between wanting to have a championship and wanting to go to a team and working and earning one, and being a prima donna and being like, well, I just want to get the heck, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's two different situations. But I mean, like, how do you feel about Anthony Davis' want to departure to 504?
When the news hit that he demanded the trade, I thought about everything that you had just said, like how they tried to build a team around him, and I wonder just how toxic the atmosphere is in New Orleans. That is this his final year in his contract, or does he have another year? Like, most players would just wait out the contract and then hit free agency and go. Like, how bad, what is going on in that locker room back behind the scenes that he's like, I want the hell out of here now? Like you said, trade deadline's coming up. I see all the teams lining up for him. Everyone's going to want him. Obviously, the Lakers are the front runner.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think then it becomes a sign and trade deal where whoever gets him is going to want him for a lot longer than 4 months, 5 months.
Sure. Here's the thing about that, what you just said. Anthony Davis is in a very unique situation right now. You got the chance to, LeBron James being LeBron James, he already threw it out there that he was going to try to recruit any and every damn body he possibly could. You know what I mean? And you're in a situation right now where that the Lakers are going to try to do whatever possible, whatever that's in their power to get you to come there. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you hop on that shit right now? You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting that thing out, yeah. I would hop on it right now. You know what I mean? And like you said, and then also with that too, I mean, he could very well be sitting up in here and like, look, I don't like the direction that this team is going in. They're not even, you know, I'm not really too up on the draft class as of right now, the upcoming draft class. But, you know, what's coming in? What's going to be available? Are you going to be able to give me the talent that I need, or the talent that the team needs to be successful? You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of factors in that. But what I do know is that he's in a good spot right now, in a good opportunity. And, of course, like, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure LeBron's made a couple of personal phone calls, text messages, you know, love letters. You know, I'm pretty sure he's done that on, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, to coerce him to say, hey, you don't really need to be with this team anymore.
Harry says Magic needs to hurry up and make this trade for him, though.
And he is doing the best that he can, because I believe the last that I heard, that the Lakers were willing to risk it all and give up their whole entire team for Anthony Davis.
Now, you're a Lakers fan.
Yep.
I'm a Lakers fan.
Yep.
What do you think about everything the Lakers have thrown out there for him?
I think that's just too much. I don't mean no harm, because, like, okay, so, I mean, if you guys haven't heard, I believe it's Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Rajon Rondo.
They have Brandon Ingram on.
Brandon Ingram. I'm getting there. And Beasley and Lance Stevenson.
I haven't heard all those others.
Yes. I think he just recently kind of upped it with these. And I'm like, okay, so you bring that in.
Well, they also have draft picks and salary cap relief.
What does that leave you with, though? What does that leave you with? I just named like 7 damn players.
It leaves you broke going into like the next 5 years at
least. Right. And it's just like, I mean, I understand where you're getting at and everything like that. But who? Zubac? I mean, he'll be left. You'll still have Tyson Chandler, but I'm like...
So the ESPN article with a timestamp of 8 o'clock tonight says Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, draft picks, and salary cap relief. So maybe
they changed it up a little bit. Yeah, but I mean, I still think that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Unless unless you really feel like, LeBron James plus Anthony Davis equals championship. Which I'm not really sure. Because, dude, the successful teams, and I believe the Golden State Warriors have proven you got to have some type of bench going on, dog. Like, yo, you got to have them reserves come out there and at least keep you in the game or get you back in a game, if you're in those type of situations. And I don't think, with all of this that you're doing, you're not going to be susceptible to that.
And even if they do get AD right now, will the Lakers even make the playoffs? I seriously doubt it.
How far back are they? I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to hold on to hope and shit. But
they're doing a whole lot worse than I ever expected them to when they got LeBron.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LeBron. This is another thing I kind of want to talk about. Like, LeBron, he's had a groin injury for over a month. Dude, I don't remember them those injuries lasting that long, man.
He's got to stop doing the fans, the street rats.
I'm kind of looking at LeBron. Yeah, I mean they're still in it. They can still get that 8th spot because the Clippers are beginning to tank. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But LeBron and this groin injury, I'm side-eyeing that whole entire thing. Because first of all, I don't know no groin injuries that be lasting 5-6 weeks. Most of the time, you be trying to get back out there when you're dealing with one of those type of things.
Yeah, and he needs to get off the damn phone trying to get Luke Walton fired.
Right. And then on top of that, you sitting out in the stands with Magic Johnson during the games and whatnot. What the hell is that all about? I mean, honestly, you know what I mean? And if I was Luke Walton, I'd put an end to that. I'd have put an end to that because you know what? You need to sit your little ass on the bench with the team or not come at all. But, you sitting up there in the stands while all of this, while you're trying to put together this humongous trade. And then, like you said, then all of a sudden, filtering down the grapevine, we hearing that you trying to get rid of Luke Walton. Man, it just does not look good, yo. And then furthermore, it solidifies this prima donna diva attitude that I just despise with LeBron James. Honestly. You have more comments? What?
Oh, there's comments going on.
Oh, okay.
But because he can't have the focus on someone else, LeVar Ball had to speak up.
What did he say?
LeVar Ball wants Lonzo not to go to the Pelicans, but he wants Lonzo to go to the Suns somehow.
Okay, he's high. There's no way that's going to even happen. Like, I don't know.
He still thinks he's like a big baller.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like they just traded one demon for another, with LeVar Ball and LeBron James. And then also, too, like, I'm just kind of wondering what's going through the Pelicans' heads right now. You know what I mean? Like,
we're about to get paid.
Right. But though, okay, so let's say you get those 3 players. You get the money, you get the picks, you better come through and put together a decent team.
Yeah.
Because the city of New Orleans is going to be ready to burn that little arena down. You know what I mean? And, I mean, to be giving up, that much instead of, like, at this point, I mean, we really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. It might be out of the question for them to even keep him, you know what I mean, at this point. So, I mean, and I think we've kind of...
Well, it was funny, like, once the rumors hit that he wanted out, then there was, like, rumors that they were going to stonewall him and not let him get traded at all.
Right, which brought me to one of the other things I want to talk about. I mean, this is like eerily, it just feels so much like what happened with the Chris Paul trade, and it's just, I think it's just so funny that it's the same organizations. You know what I mean? Because when Chris Paul wanted out, he was supposed to go to the Lakers. I remember that. I remember being pumped for like, yo, Kobe, Chris Paul, we going all the way. Oh, hell no. NBA steps in, nullifies all of that, and then somehow he ends up with the damn Clippers. I'm pretty sure everybody in California, well, every Laker fan, gave a collective WTF. I was so upset about that, man. I felt like I felt like it was illegal. I'm serious. Like, this shouldn't have happened. And I'm hearing that the Clippers might get involved in this trade. So I'm like, man, what is this all about? You know what I mean? Is there some type of conspiracy theory going on?
So the Clippers might be involved. LeVar wants Lonzo to go to the Suns. We got the Pelicans and the Lakers. It's going to end up being like a 6-team trade.
Remember how last season how exciting the trade deadline was?
Yes.
Last season. And how we were going off. I have a feeling that this year will not disappoint either, man, because I mean it's just this alone. And let's not even forget about what the hell's going on in the East Coast with Kyrie Irving, Mr. Flat Earther, and talking about he don't owe nobody nothing either. And you definitely don't want to hear that if you're a Boston Celtics fan.
Well, the trades are heating up too, because last week when I texted you, it was like Porzingis to Dallas.
Right.
Like I thought that was gonna be like the big trade that we talk about this week, and then the AD stuff just hit. Wow.
No. Outsiders, the next couple of weeks is gonna be very interesting, man, and we are going to very much enjoy keeping you up to date on that. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this damn thing up, man. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Yeah, dollars on the TV.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, It prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Outsiders. It's the final segment of the show. It's been a crazy night talking some whack-ass Super Bowl, getting to the NBA trades. And as always, we enjoy you guys talking on the feed, keeping it live there. And shout out to Fred Alford, who joined us tonight. He says, first time watching this show throughout, and I love it. Allows me to say what I really feel. And hey, what more can you ask for?
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate that comment. You guys, final couple of little updates here. Milwaukee's up over Brooklyn, 51-42 at the half. The Indiana Pacers look like they're turning things around against New Orleans. Of course they are, because New Orleans is going to be in a downward spiral for the rest of the season. That game is 44-37. Washington's getting beat up on by Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks, which, you know, the Wizards, and we're going to talk, you know, I just can't wait to get more into the NBA because, you know, the Wizards is just, they're baffling to me as well. We'll talk more about that in the next couple of weeks. We got a couple of big games coming up. We got Houston and Phoenix on deck, and then we also have San Antonio and Sacramento Kings. So, you know, I've been kind of, you know, even though the Phoenix Suns suck, I've been kind of enjoying watching them. They have like a lot of young, nice talent. I'm a big Devin Booker fan as well.
Yeah,
he's fantastic, sure. And he's another one that might need to get the hell out of Dodge. He might, you know, if they don't get that ship together, he might leave soon too. You know, hell, take him to LA.
I think last year they were the youngest team in the NBA.
They were,
if not this year, still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably still are. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Devin Booker has some personal issues going on that he's going to have to make sure he keeps on making that NBA money.
What was that?
I think we put it up on the show page.
Was that the one with the baby mamas or something?
Yeah, he got his girlfriend pregnant while his wife is pregnant. Then C.J. Anderson came out, knocked up a stripper while his girlfriend's pregnant. Ooh, athletes, man, just
living their best life.
Wrap up your willy.
All right, man. Do we even feel good?
Yeah.
Okay.
With our abbreviated show, we couldn't get to it last week.
Oh, okay, cool.
But, you know, what's it been, about 10 days ago, you went to the Wizards game.
Yep.
Saw the Wiz and the return of Kevin Durant to the area. Kevin
Durant.
Oh,
yeah, the Wizards versus Warriors.
Durant's from the area, and when he was here in town, opened up an after-school facility.
Oh, yes, right. I heard about that.
It bears his name and the opportunity to be a force for change for his old neighborhood. He spent the night before the game presiding over the opening of college track at the new Durant Center in his hometown of Prince George's County. According to Durant's charity foundation, the facility will offer students the academic, financial, and social economic resources to embolden their college and career goals. It's part of a 10-year, $10 million commitment Durant made to bring the college track program to his hometown.
There you have it, folks. Hometown hero and Black History moment wrapped all into one.
Feel good.
Thank you, saying it feel good too. What did I say? Oh, but he's my hometown hero too, man. Like, yeah, that was a trifecta for y'all, all in one right there. Yo, Kevin Durant. You know, he continues to be such an amazing individual. I wish he would just get his hair cut. So that being said, you guys, that's just about all we have for you tonight. This upcoming week is going to be pretty fascinating. We've got some guests coming up, and like I said, we're excited to talk about basketball. Baseball is right around the corner. We got a big announcement on that as well. Can't wait to talk about that. So, you guys just keep tuning in every Monday from 7 to 9. Tell your friends, tell your friends' friends. And we love chopping it up with you guys every Monday. That's all we got. You know how we end this? What?
Share the link, share the love.
Oh, yeah, share the link, share the love. You know how we end this show? Baltimore, spread love, yo. Outsiders, have a great week.
Oh, man.
Yo, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it. Oh, so close, so close.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run, drove
hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that national series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and